So my topic is on domestic violence, and it's kind of personal, so just be conscious of that. Quietly to yourselves, think of a time when you have seen yourself, a family member, get beaten by another one, or hurt by another one, verbally, physically, mentally, anytime. Don't say it out loud, just think. Maybe you haven't, and bless you if you haven't, because there are children and women who are abused by their husband or father. This is an important issue that needs to be addressed. There's such a huge impact on children who are living in a violent home, as well as the women who are getting abused. There are men who are verbally and physically abused too, so that's not a joke. It also happens to them too. I'm not excluding them. I've seen so myself the effect of the terror of living in a violent home because I did so myself. Before I was 11, I used to live with my mom in Texas and at the time stepfather. My biological sister was in Honduras. She was visiting, and my mom had 2 children from this man, and we didn't have a lot of contact with my dad. My mom used to limit that, and that's another thing that these type of men do. They limit who you talk to, your family members, your friends. They don't want somebody else to find out what they're doing. Since I was young, I can remember seeing my mom with bruises in her back. She would change her shirt and I could see a bruise in her back. Or at one point I saw blood on the ground. I was 6 or 7 years old and I was terrified. In a moment of rage, he also threatened to hit me too. It escalated, but he never actually hit me. In extreme moments of rage, all I could do was hide and protect my younger baby sister. Her name was Geraldine. And he took out his anger on my mom, and my mom eventually, she used to take out her anger on me too. But so eventually it turned into a never-ending cycle, and I want to break that. And my mom used to tell me, whenever he starts to get violent, just go ahead and get the phone and call 911. And she would always back down. The moment that changed my life, and it's the fact and the reason I stand here in front of y'all, is because summer 2009, and I was 11. And then, he went.
Be all right?
So my mom was carrying my baby sister, right? And then he started to hit her. He hit her like she was a man. He actually hit her like she was a man. Like, I mean, he got his fist and he hit her in the face. And right after that, I went ahead, I grabbed my sister, my biological sister at this time. She was finally with us. So we went to the trailer. And my Charlene baby sister, she grown up, and my biological sister grown up too, so they went to the trailer. And my mom escaped from the man. She gave me my then baby sister called Sharon. I carried her, and then I went into the trailer and I started going up the steps. And then the man came and he pushed me. So if you have ever carried a baby, you know that one hand's behind the head and the other one's like at the bottom, right? So I went ahead and grabbed both of my hands, and before her head smacked the ground, I put both of my hands, and the man went ahead and he grabbed a gun he actually had and he ran away. And my mom finally got the guts to call the police, and a social worker talked to us, and then decided it was best for us to go with my dad over the summer. It was only supposed to be for over the summer with my biological sister, but it ended up being until now. And he's an awesome person, and he's someone I actually really admire. So after this may explain why I chose this topic. Clearly, it's very personal. Women are not dogs or animals. Not even dogs or animals are supposed to be treated that way. And it's not right what they do in any level. So you might think, well, why didn't she leave? And trust me, I thought about this millions of times, and until this day, I don't understand why she stayed. But in a crazy way, she thought he cared for her. Somebody who hurts you like that does not care about you at all. So no, things don't get better, they get worse. That's the thing they all say, it's gonna get better. It does not get better. They are very manipulative. They take your friends and family away from you. Sometimes they restrict your money income, who you talk to, who you don't talk to. And they say, well, I'm sorry. What they don't say is, I'm sorry I risk getting caught. The fact that every 15 seconds a woman is beaten, just think about that, 15 seconds. The fact that more than 3 million children are exposed to domestic violence is sickening, and it sickens me to my core. No, I don't have the power to stop every woman from getting hit or every child from experiencing this. But I do have the power to start here. And I want you, every single one of you, to think right now, don't act like a savage, because you're a human being. You're a person, you think. That's what separates us from animals. We can speak, we can talk. So how about we use it? Living in a violent home is emotionally, physically, as well as damaging, mentally damaging. I actually cannot remember part of my childhood. It's a blank slate, and when I can remember, I wish I don't remember at all. For about 2 years after the summer of 2009, I was very quiet, serious, and snappy, and only had a few friends. You could say I went through a mini rebel stage, got my red hair, got a piercing on my ear, but I got over it and I realized that I can't let something like that affect me. I was actually very lucky. I haven't committed suicide, haven't gone anywhere near drugs or alcohol, and that's another effect these kids have who live like this. They resort to drugs, they resort to alcohol because they don't have another outlet. Even educationally, they're affected. They're so anxious and fearful of going home, a home that's supposed to be safe. They can't concentrate in school. This is a pattern. Children pick it up. And I want to start here so you can break it. Because if you yourself, you don't have to say it out loud, if you ever happened this to you or you've ever seen it, you can help somebody or you can yourself prevent it. Because if the 14-year-old boy think he will kill his wife, I don't think so. Teach your future children about respect, about the topic. People say, oh, it doesn't happen. It does happen. This wasn't that long ago. Like I said, I can't magically stop this issue from happening, but we can stop ourselves not doing it and controlling your temper. If I can leave you at least thinking for 1 second the big impact it has on children, the negative impact it has, my goal is accomplished, and that's the point that I'm standing here. Family is supposed to be filled with love and respect, not with anger and violence. So please keep that in mind.